2:10. We made it through the day. Whew. Kill 3 craps. A 3 crap day is a successful day. Plus, I think that time. But so, that's good. My mom gave me some travel time. So I think we've had a good Christmas time. New Year. My mom's doing well. Ups and downs with things. I have to finish a point or to continue a point. Absorbed and strongly taken note based on my mind powers, essentially mind powers stature as a human, but also as a particular kind of man. In absorbing these things, not ignore, to then bring about the greater knowledge and education about the shock and what the shock of those events reveals people and about our society. So in ways that will affect the rest of my life, essentially, the vegetarian world, for instance, as I've largely known it at any commercial level, and in other ways throughout my life, in a way that you suddenly, all of a sudden, like in a movie where you kind of clicks and you start thinking about all the occasions when this certain thing has happened to you, and the people that I can honestly say that I have the greatest natural justifiable for white spiritual women, vegans, and vegetarians. Absolutely. All of you, any of you, I'm sorry if you're a nice person. I don't really want anything to do with you. I just don't. I want to see what life is like on Thunderdome, where you live in your weird food control. And I think we all learn to control ourselves, and we all learn to bundle up and control things in an out of control world. And I think part of the reason I was a vegan was I was very sympathetic with what I got, a healing path, whether I did yoga or not, or sat in meditation or not, that I was definitely of that feather, of that ilk. Consolingly, it seemed to represent and include me, if loosely speaking, and many tens of thousands of nice people all over the world who maybe felt or thought the same as I did, and who could fly from anywhere, come and stay in your home, and you could all have the most pleasant spiritual experience. But what I noticed was that it wasn't really happening at all. I was getting robbed by these people, assaulted by these people, raped by these people, used by these people, and insulted in every way that at best exposed me to a range of human pathology, which I hopefully I can say I don't have the natural capacity to ignore, and encompasses a range of shock that I say to give people the adequate preparation to listen to what I have to say, because lo and behold, it's shocking. I can paint a picture of my impressions of human beings that shows a lot of them of various varieties to be quite shocking human beings, without even trying, without breaking a sweat. There we go. Oh. On. I do not. I know. Yeah. We're all good. We're all good. As well. Hello. Can you hear the eagle? Oh, good. Oh, good. Hey, you're beautiful. I'll see you again, okay? I just okay if you just want to smell me. Yeah, thank you so much for your courtesy. It's great. I love you, dog. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. See ya. That got better quickly. That was like my aunt Edna. She was nice. I didn't know why she was being so standoffish with me. Got her dog being too enthusiastic. Happy go lucky. But there's just something just certain apprehension I find in women when I probably hoped I had a dog. Anyway. Friends. Still nicely. I'm glad she's part of the circle of life. Capacity to collect essentially humiliating events, but that the collection process involves more generous or flattering aspects of my mind than is first suggested, such as a persuasive interest in things that give me pain, though it falls far beyond the threshold of what most people would bother to complain about because they just have more important, which is fair. And I think it's good to have fair little things like that, so you don't drive yourself mad thinking you have to solve the world's problems that no one will ever understand you and become a mad scientist. I don't want to do that. I'm already a mad scientist. I wanted to be a scientist when I was young. I didn't quite know what it meant, but entrepreneur, I think it meant, like, to me, if you asked me, I know what it did. It was a job that you could do by yourself. That's basically what I thought it was. So if you go back to what you really thought things meant, didn't mean I got some Harvard grads together. We pulled out collective intellectual resources to make a camera that fit on a man's testicles to see if he's really cheating. How do you know? Well, your testicles told me. And you have this big reveal. You could start a reality TV show. How did you know? Well, your testicles told me. Let your balls tell the story. Let them tell the tall tale of your exploits with my sister, Gretchen. Well, I just gotta think if she's named Gretchen, and she's even passively good looking. I think it's a very sexy name, Gretchen. It's one of the sexiest names in the world, apparently. Gretchen. Not Greta, Gretchen. Not Bridget's a little too young. She's still got braces. But Gretchen? She never needed braces. She was chewing on raw bones by the time she was 3. She's still as pretty as a hound. Gretchen. My mom should be here soon. It's weird to think. I wonder what they think someone reading that. When a 50-year-old white passenger, an intelligent college-educated, says, I will never be riding any of the buses in Oceanside ever again. It actually sets aside that area as one in which your drivers have made it clear that I cannot be expected to travel safely. I can expect to travel safely. It's just what they've told me. So there you go. Man, I have to listen to that. And many more men. That's your hunting ground, I guess. You see, not individually, but as a group, I've interfered with them getting out from other people like me. They bit on me, and they didn't like the meal that they got. Because when someone tries to cannibalize me, I turn into pure fucking cyanide. You know what I mean? When I get a stalker online or whatever, I'll become fucking cyanide too. I'll be poisoned for years. I'll make sure of it. Don't ever fucking turn on me. Right? Courtesy and manners is everything to me in the halls of knowledge. As a druid and as a witch, this YouTube thing is so, and I have so few views. I think when people comment, they just feel like I would take a look. You know, hey, Mojo, fuck Blaster 9000. Who the fuck are you talking to anyway? And I'm not saying it's something that I wouldn't do myself. I gotta tell you, it feels like cyanide. You know? I hope you get cancer in your balls and die, and your girlfriend's like, guess what? Your balls need to talking. Let's see what time it is.